Cheers.
Cheers.
Your bubble tea.
Bubble tea. Cheers to my birthday. Oh, Jesus. Spill much, Lauren?
Oh my God. Yeah, this just all came out. What's happening? Is this
Sloppy
broken?
drunk.
Oh, it is. This glass is broken.
Oh my God. So bad. Oh my God, Lauren.
Hello, welcome everybody. It is not Ross. My name is Angus. I've been helping to make this podcast, Judge a Book by Studio White Noise. The last episode of this series taken a small little gap, but returning a little bit later on in the year. But we thought we would reverse the idea of what Judge a Book has been, where you guys as a design team have been looking superficially at sort of the aesthetic sometimes of great designs from across the world and closer to home, and judging them based purely on what you guys do as a profession. You're qualified, you're an authority in the space, but nobody's asked you guys yet, how would you like to be judged? Hi guys, how are we feeling?
Nervous.
Yeah, nervous,
Fine.
excited,
Fine.
Whatever.
curious.
Little wine, having a little wine. It is the end of
yeah,
the
we
long
are.
day. Firstly, what I found really interesting was finding out a little bit of information about these. These are your professional photos. Can you tell us where these photos can be seen? Where's this asset being used?
Well, firstly, shout out to James Gear,
Yes,
the photographer
thank you,
behind
James.
the photos. Did an amazing job, made us all look stunning. You can find these photos on our LinkedIn profiles and you can find them on the website, including shots of these tracksuits in their full glory on our websites as well.
So you think you're stunning there?
Absolutely.
Well, you are wearing, in the theme of the podcast, matching team Adidas sweaters and your
Merch.
Studio White Noise in the correct order shirts/merch.
Thank you very much.
And
Shirts,
I'm the white one.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is ironic.
Yeah.
Ross's noise. No surprise there.
And you are just the studio.
Studio,
You encapsulate everything.
Exactly.
But can you describe, Lauren, what you are wearing in the photo that we're going to be judging today?
Yes. So I am wearing a long sleeve black turtleneck top, black jeans, and then very big lemon earrings.
Andreas, what are you wearing in this photo?
My usual black t-shirt, my usual black pants, and a bomber jacket.
Which
Also
is
black.
pretty
Basic. Black. It's everything black.
Ross, what are you
I'm
wearing?
wearing a navy box t-shirt.
Is it navy?
Navy?
Navy,
Yeah,
he
it's navy.
says.
Okay.
No, it actually was navy. It is
Ah.
navy, and also black slacks.
We want to start with some kind of questions about, we know you as, Lauren, Andreas and Ross, but for people who don't know you, what do you think people think your name would be based off just what you look like in the image described?
Oh my God. I feel like this is your element. You
I'm
do
going to
this
ask
all
you
the time.
individually,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to play the audio of what people think. It's going to be the same question. Name, age, and if a nationality screams out to somebody.
God.
So, Lauren, what do you think this image people would be saying if they were judging you simply off this?
Oh my
your
God.
name, age, and your nationality.
I'm going to guess like maybe a Sarah or a Melissa.
Well, you wear makeup to work. You, I'm guessing, because you look great, of course, have a
What do you mean? This is
skincare
natural.
routine. Well, two or three of you probably do the same. So what age do you think people would say you are
Oh,
judged
God.
off this image?
I want to assume people think that I look younger than I am.
Okay.
Just
you
because
don't
I
have to
get
reveal
that.
your age, but
Yeah.
for reference.
I am 32, unfortunately, but I'm I'm going to assume people think that I'm maybe I'm going to say 28.
Okay, that's good for you. And you are a proud national of a certain country. I'm sure for people who have listened to the other 9 episodes, they're very aware. But what is your heritage that you drip and dream?
Yeah, it is Italian. Both sides of my family are Italian.
Do you think anything about this screams Italy?
I don't know. Sometimes I do think I look Italian, definitely from the side. But yeah, I don't know if people would guess it. Maybe they would. Yeah, I think they would.
Let's find out what the streets of Melbourne
Oh my God, I'm so
think
nervous.
Lauren, age 32, proud Italian woman, think.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe like Sally.
Emily or Sarah?
Emma.
Amy.
Like Kate.
Stephanie.
Ooh, something like with an L, like Lily or Liliana.
32.
I'm going to go like 30.
30.
29.
28 to 32.
Australian.
She's from New Zealand?
Yeah, she looks kind of English to me.
She looks like Aussie.
Dutch.
I don't know what a Dutch person looks like, to be honest, but that person knows.
Oh my God, hilarious.
There you go.
Love it.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
I mean, not too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it is hard to guess somebody's name.
No one guessed older than my age, so that's great.
True. Take
Yeah.
that. Andreas, your turn. What is your name?
Andreas,
What is your age?
what is my age? 37.
And what is your nationality?
Indonesian.
Now, what do you think this image projects? Do you think you scream a 37-year-old Indonesian man called Andreas?
No.
No?
No way someone gonna look at that, Andreas. I think it'll be like Kumar or Rajesh, Indian, 40. No, this one is not as old as I usually see.
young.
It's not as old as I usually look. I think 38.
So you think 38-year-old
Indian,
nationality.
Rajesh or Kumar.
All right. This is what Melbourne thinks,
Oh my God.
judging you by your book.
It might have been a Frederick or something.
Something like Paul,
Billy.
Ben, Stephen.
33.
31 and a half.
Probably 35 to 38.
Maybe Filipino. Maybe Chinese.
Maybe Thai. Half Thai.
Okay.
Not Chinese.
Whoa!
Frederico and Ben.
Federico.
Hilarious.
Frederico and Ben. Yeah,
Oh
where'd
my
that come from?
God.
And Billy? Is
And
that a
Billy?
Yeah.
Billy.
Billy. Do you look like a
Way
bit-
off.
Actually,
No,
maybe
that's
you
way
do.
off. Billy. No.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. If someone said
Thai, maybe, yeah. I don't mind that.
Thai, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Thai,
Yeah,
Filipino.
yeah.
I did find it funny how the same person I think who said Billy also said Chinese. Okay.
Billy,
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Can you please state your name?
I can, for the record, it's Ross is my name.
Yep.
You
Your
don't have to.
age.
You don't have to say your age.
If I
You don't
just-
have
no, I'm very proudly 40. Just recently turned 40.
And once again, I mean, the reason we had to ask nationality, you are three distinct, proud heritage nationality individuals.
I am a Greek citizen and an Australian citizen. I have
Yep.
dual citizenship.
Speak the language, live the language, love the
Correct.
language. You are
Absolutely.
Greece.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people don't call you Adonis.
Wow.
What do you think? Do you think
Yeah,
you,
don't have it, Mum.
Yes.
you look like from this image? Somebody would guess Ross, who's 40 years old, who has Greek heritage.
I don't think they'd guess my name because Ross is traditionally a Scottish name. However, I do think they would get Southern Mediterranean, and I do think they would be around my age.
Okay, let's find out.
Yeah.
Brian.
Joel.
Christopher.
John.
Something in his eyes says he's seen the other side of 30.
34. Around there. Late 30s.
41.
Central or South American of some kind.
I'm going to guess Greek, but the blonde hair is throwing me off.
I think he has that kind of classic Italian vivacious personality.
Vivacious. Oh my God.
I do, yes. The last person, spot on. Vivacious. Slick and sly. Love
Oh my
that.
God,
See,
that's so
close.
good.
The names were a bit weird, though.
Yeah, the names are a bit weird. Brian.
Yeah,
I think you
Brian.
popped up. The next question we wanted to guess what people would judge you based, once again, simply off this photo. Lauren, what is your job and what is your wage? Now, you don't have to say the wage. But judged off the image, just this. And to be fair, by the time it got to Ross, they'd seen that you'd probably work together. But what do you think people think you do for work based off your black attire and your lemon earrings? And what do you think they think you earn?
Well, like, I don't know if everyone thinks this, but like, it is kind of a known fact that like designers do wear black. So maybe they would think that I'm like a designer, but maybe not a graphic designer because I feel like a lot of people don't know what that is. So maybe they might think I'm like an artist or an interior designer potentially. No idea how much. I feel like they probably think that the earrings look cheap, which they were. But yeah, salary, I don't know. Let's go with like, I don't know, like a 70 or 80K.
70 or 80K? Let's find out what Melbourne guessed your job and your wage is.
I mean, freaking anything. They're all in black.
Should work in like an ethical company that's maybe actually not that ethical, but like, front facing.
Corporate lady that works in an office.
Marketing.
Something to do with fashion. She has fun earrings on.
Some sort of online design.
What do you think her wage is, her salary?
85.
Maybe like 70K.
85K. That's a good amount.
Well, I hope it's more than 2 and 3, or at least the same.
Whoa.
2 and 3 being Andreas and Ross. Of course,
I love
we
that.
didn't put
I
the
see.
name.
More than 2
Thank
and
you.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least the same.
Thank you.
Whoa.
That's very nice.
Okay. Andreas, now just going to once again back to the description of you. You do look the most casual, I would say, out of the 3. What do you think people think you do for work, and what do you think they think you earn?
Or IT, I think.
God.
And about
IT would earn a lot.
85.
More IT.
Well, junior,
Also, people probably don't think you're in a junior role. They also thought you were 40. So, Andreas, this is your job and wage, just judging you by your cover.
And I think he's a sports radio presenter because he looks sporty. He's wearing a bomber jacket.
He's in IT because he has glasses on, so he maybe stares at screens a lot.
Yeah, I reckon software engineer.
I think he's working in IT sector, maybe.
Startup. He's a starter startup.
That's a good one, yeah.
Probably 90 to 100.
I'd say probably between 120 to 150K.
90K.
Oh.
Just off these 2 images, don't you find it interesting that they had judged you at a minimum 30K less?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Isn't that weird? And another point, the female who said at the end of your package, I hope she's on the same, she actually gave you 88K, I think, and said 120 about Andreas, which is quite hypocritical.
Well, actually, the
okay.
jobs as well, they were, and I don't want to kind of like draw
you can
a
just
line.
go basis off wage.
Well, basis off wage, but also basis on the role. Like Lauren looks fun and works in fashion. Why? Because she's a female. And then Andreas was a sportscaster and worked in a software
Bit more
engineer,
of a higher
IT.
profile
Yeah,
role.
like Lauren
Yeah.
could be actually working in IT or a sportscaster. And Andreas could actually, Andreas could actually be working in fashion. Like,
I mean, we're backing it up right now, aren't we? With the
Yeah, it's fashionable as.
It's crazy,
isn't it? I found that really kind of interesting that, the wage, when they knew you were in the same photo, by that point, you can ascertain that you work together, yet there was still every single person that we spoke to, and it's going to continue on.
Love that.
Had
But
you
I'm
as
the
the
IT
least,
person.
which I think is like something to reflect on. As
Yeah.
a bit of a serious piece, I found that quite disappointing because we spoke to about 20 people and everyone had you at a lower wage bracket.
Well,
Wow.
in fact,
and
this
women
is,
as well, and even 10-10.
Yeah. Interesting.
well, no, this is what's a pain point I think for Lauren and sometimes for us is people assume she doesn't have stake or ownership in the company, and Lauren does, which is bizarre.
Time to get on to Ross.
Yes.
Of course, same question to you.
Yes.
What job do you think the image of a man with newly bleached blonde hair,
Model.
a fade,
marketing for
a
sure.
Fade.
beard, trimmed, apparently a blue navy shirt, but very well kept, like very nice clothing, very clean, well kept. What do you think this job?
I think they're going to say.
Well, no. What do you think you're saying? What is this job? You know you're a designer, but what else do you think you could be projected as?
I think marketing. I think it would be
Not a model?
marketing or
I
something in the
reckon.
creative space.
Not a model?
No.
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 Way.
And what do you think
'Cause you can
this
see the
man on this
confidence.
image
The before.
earns?
I think he earns lots of money. He's expensive.
Okay, let's find out.
I think for work, maybe he's like a barista because he's got that customer service smile on.
Oh, he looks like a good time.
He's CEO of Victoria's Pride.
I reckon he's in like sales.
I think he's a manager of some sort. He's got the manager stance.
He looks like a salesman to me.
Maybe marketing and PR as well. Between 90 and 120.
Crazy, like 150. I feel like all 3 of them makes a lot of money. They look pretty content with life.
You look pretty content with life, was the last comment, all 3 of you.
But accurate. It's
Oh my
salesy
gosh.
customer, which is in
Yeah.
fact my role. I've got to sell. I've got to maintain client relationships. That's the job.
So the lowest Lauren got was 60 to 70K, and the lowest you got was 90K. Highest you got was 150. Ross. And then for Lauren, the highest you got was 90K, and Andreas, you're in the middle of the two. Just interesting observations as we judge a book by its cover. So I think that should just let us know sometimes we can be too judgmental of others. You know, look at me getting a little, prairie piece in. The last question we asked individually about you three was, what do you guys do out of work? What's your fun hobbies? What do you guys do? And if you were to be seen at a bar, what's your drink of choice? I always think it's interesting to see what somebody orders as a drink. Is it a cocktail, a beer? And I think that does tell you something about that person. But of course, you don't have a cocktail or a drink in hand, but these people are trying to imagine. Lauren, what is your drink of choice?
I mean, I have many.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mixture of limoncello spritz,
Yep.
or wine, definitely.
And what do you do outside of work, outside of Studio White Noise? What do you do for funsies?
What do I do for fun? I do like going to the gym with Roz. I do. What else do? I like just catching up with friends and family, definitely. And doing my Italian classes. Yeah. I'm watching film and TV.
Well, let's find out what Melbourne thinks you do for fun, and what do you drink on a weekend?
I think she's either a white wine or a G&T.
I reckon a vodka soda.
Gin and tonic.
She's a G&T girl.
Is it the lemon earrings?
Yeah.
She goes roller skating.
Painting. I think she loves the art galleries. She has a sophisticated taste and enjoys unique finds, and I'm purely going off the fact that I like her outfit and that she's got some funky earrings on.
Love that.
Love
the
those
hype up. Thank you very much.
She's great. Yeah, whoever the
last
last
lady.
one was, we love
Yeah.
that.
The accent.
Huge fan.
So art, do you have any interest in art?
No, I mean, I definitely do. I mean, I'm a designer, so that was kind of the basis of getting into design, was an interest in art. So, yeah.
There you go. Well, you're projecting that out to the world.
Love
but
that.
maybe more St Kilda roller skating,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I can't say I roller skate in my spare time at all.
If you are a Ken, we have a Barbie who can roller skate down the boardwalk with you. Hi at Studio White Noise, or hi at white-noise.com.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Andreas, what do you do outside of work in your real life?
In my real life, I always look for a new food to eat around Melbourne. I travel a lot to get food, like half an hour to get some random food. Walk my dog, hang out with my goddaughter, watch a lot of TV show and movies. Just kind of like on my screen time every week, every day, in average is like 8 hours and a half.
Okay. What do you think you portray to people when you wear this outfit? What do you think people are going to guess, judging you by your cover, that you do for a hobby? And what do you drink outside of work?
I think the drink would be like, that guy would like pale ale.
Pale ale, beers? Is that true to the true Andreas?
I hate beer.
Okay.
I like bubble tea. Hobby would be like watching sports.
Murder people, no I'm kidding. I'm joking, no I'm kidding. Looks like he'll murder people.
I think he's sober. Maybe soft drinks or mocktails.
Bitcoin. I think he's a cyclist, and I think he enjoys light exercise. I don't think he overdoes it. I think that he would cycle to and from work.
Drink of choice.
Like something real weak, like maybe a Bailey's.
He does, yeah.
I do like beer.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The cycling is it?
I know.
So you're
Oh
a
my gosh,
cycling
I
mass
love this.
murderer.
Yes.
He does a cheeky
That loves
Bailey's on the
Baileys,
week.
yeah. Get it.
That's what a character profile.
Oh my gosh.
I
Who's
kill
this
people with
bougie
bike.
lady though? I love her reads. Like they're just
No,
the most
she's great.
entertaining.
Very descriptive.
very good.
Yeah.
Finally, Ross, what is your drink of choice? You are currently having a little chilled white wine.
It's very lovely. I love rosé all day. Yes, rosé.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do outside of work?
In
your real life?
Health and wellness, definitely. I like to be outdoors. But lately I've been gaming a lot and reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what
Reading.
Melbourne thinks your drink of choice
You don't
is.
strike me as someone who reads.
Pet dogs. He would go to shelters to just pet dogs.
Oh, pina colada.
Margaritas.
Yeah. Yeah, fun.
Drag.
Drag!
Yes, get it.
Ooh, beer. He smiles like he's a beer drinker.
He looks like he's drinking so much.
Thank you very much to Samua, who is the...
Actually been dry for a long... Yeah, anyway. I used to drink so much, but I can't recover anymore.
And finally, we did ask one more question. I think a poignant question for all three of you guys. For one, for people who don't know much past Studio White Noise, I think we've spoken over the last 9 episodes, this being the 10th, about a bit of the authority that you have in the space, property being 50% of your portfolio. But, you guys do so much more, including rebranding a podcast studio.
Whoa!
Very diverse in your work and very good at what you do. But for people who don't know the origins of Studio White Noise, how did the brand come to be?
So we made the decision to kind of slowly break away from the company we worked at the time. And then we were looking kind of for a third person to help with white noise generally. So it was a recommendation that came from Andreas. Work with Lauren. Lauren is obsessed with me, like instantly, which is hilarious.
Really?
But I think it was just trying to change the narrative on what like design was and how we presented ourselves, because we were just stuck with kind of same, like it's been doing the same thing for 30, 40 years, and we wanted to try something else. Andreas was up for it, and then Lauren was pretty keen to...
What do you mean 30, 40 years?
As in agency.
You were 35.
Wow. No, but as in agency and traditional agency and creative, like trying to do something different. And we kind of hinged it on relationship and trying to push a boundary a little bit more. So doing things more organically, more naturally, listening to our clients and not just trying to chase the dollar constantly.
So when showing these 3 images to the people on the street of Melbourne, obvious that you work together, but what do you think people would say your jobs and roles are? So knowing that your job is the same, what are your roles within the company? Lauren? What do you think people would say? 3 people dressed in, let's just call it black, even though apparently it's dark navy blue.
It's navy.
So they know that we are Design City.
No, they just know you work.
They think we work together.
They don't
Okay.
know what you do for work. So they've obviously had a guess.
Okay.
But
Oh my
now
God.
I've said that you work together in a certain area, and it was their time to guess.
I actually think they think Andreas is the owner.
It's Lauren.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, how
Stop
dare
it.
you?
Oh, Jesus.
No, I think they think you are the like manager slash
You,
owner.
who's it? Andreas.
No, Ross.
Oh, me? Oh.
Yeah, I think they think you're the like manager. They think that I'm probably like a junior sort of. I don't know,
'cause you
whatever
look
they
so
think.
young.
Yeah, exactly.
You did get the youngest score of all the group.
Well, that's what I'm basing this
Of
off, I
course.
suppose. Yeah. And I like Andreas and I joke around that thinking that like people think that, we're like uni students, but in this case, they clearly think that Andreas makes more than me. So maybe they think that Andreas is like,
Student, 31.
Yeah.
Yes.
well, like, like a late uni, back to uni student.
And what do you guys do for work?
I would assume they think, like marketing agency.
Mm-hmm. Anything to add to that, Andreas?
I think marketing agency, and then it would be like, I think I'm still in the IT department.
Oh, yeah, true.
That would make sense.
Still in the IT department.
Yes.
And then Ross and Lauren were working together in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross is the manager of Lauren. And I'm the outsider.
I don't agree.
Oh.
I reckon they think Andreas is either the owner or the CFO. I'm the salesperson, and Andreas and Lauren is either HR or like an ops manager. Any money.
Let's find out.
Oh,
what
Fucking let's
Melbourne
go.
thinks Studio White Noise really looks just by judging you by your cover.
Design.
all black outfits, like a graphic design.
And what do you think their roles within that business would be?
Number 3 is an account manager. Number 2 is technical. And number 1 is project manager.
So in a design studio, you don't think any of them are designers?
No.
Whoa!
I found that interesting.
1 out of 3.
That's so funny.
Pretty close though. That person got it pretty accurate. I just found it interesting that they guest design agency. They kind of picked everything, but didn't think there's 2 of 3 of you were designers.
Yeah,
they didn't pick it. The big one though for me is obviously you guys created a brand, Studio White Noise. You help with branding for clients. It is your DNA. It's what you wake up and do. You are Studio White Noise to us, Amelia, myself, everyone around here. You guys are Studio White Noise. But if someone was to just look at you guys as a brand and I said to them, give me a brand based on these 3, their outfits and what you think of them individually, what would you call that brand and what would that brand do? What do you think people would say about you based off just your covers?
Something collective.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was thinking the same
Oh my God,
thing.
stop, I'm so subconscious.
No, I actually was thinking, something collective.
Yeah, collective something.
Yeah.
Connection, collective.
RGB.
RGB.
I mean, there are colours.
What's RGB?
Red, green, blue.
It's a color from the screen.
Okay, cool.
think
But
that-
you're
You know
not
that.
wearing red, green and blue?
I know.
No,
But you just
we're not.
think
They'll just
We're wearing red today.
Oh yeah.
You are today.
Extra black or something like that.
Extra black.
Black
Black
noir.
noise.
Black noise.
Black noise, the collective black noise.
Black
Noir.
collective.
Should we find out what your rebrand is from the streets of Melbourne?
It's All Saints, isn't it? Like, look at them. It's gotta be.
It's like clothing.
Then why are they all dressed like that in black?
Yeah, it's gotta be something.
Noir. Love it.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Noir.
Yeah, love it.
Really
And it's a clothing brand.
Yeah, I think that they run some sort of like online advertising agency that helps ads go to social media. Either that or they own an online bookstore.
Okay, really bad name. Not because they look like the company, but Fun Design. I can't think of anything at all.
What was the name?
Fun Design.
And what do they sell?
That's so lame. Furniture.
Your furniture salespeople.
Ah.
Congratulations.
I'll take that.
There's your rebrand. I think, what that gives evidence to is it is really hard to come into a business and rebrand them that makes sense to what they are, because obviously it is more than just the superficial. I think a lot of people think, me especially, I'll talk for my opinion, I thought when you rebrand, it is simply fonts and colors. And I think just looking at something from the aesthetic, now knowing you guys, and hopefully from this podcast, people have gained a deeper understanding of what it means to go, further past the skin deep, because no one was able to articulate who you guys are, just judged off who you are based on these 3 photos. So you're much more interesting people. You have real names, Lauren, Andreas, and Ross, and you do an incredible job of somehow managing to get every part of a business's DNA and bring it into one moment and encapsulate it into, what people might just see as colours and pretty fonts. So hats off to you. Well done on the first part of season 1 for 2024.
Woo.
You deserve it. And people should be excited because you've got some more episodes coming this year. So continuing to judge people. Will you judge differently? Will you judge people differently? No? Are you still?
No.
Okay. I didn't expect, to be honest, I expected nothing less from you, Ross. Well, congratulations. Well done, team.
Well done for you.
Yay.
You should drink more.